And as you just saw, while the transition out of the European Union is expected to take years, the impact on the financial sector began overnight.
And that impact is already being felt in the United States and on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates joins us with more. Bobeth.
Well, first, as you mentioned, it was the unprecedented vote, then the simultaneous celebration and disappointment, and now the aftermath.
It's really sad. I'm heartbroken.
UK native Louise Kennedy Converse owns Artisan Cheese Company in downtown Sarasota. And while she's lived in the area for years, she's very much concerned with the vote for Britain to leave the European Union.
It's my country. I was born there. I'm half English, half Scottish, and I've always been part of Great Britain, United Kingdom. It's no longer united, and that for me is kind of sad.
Converse says many of her family and friends were against the UK leaving the EU, and that the vote divided the country. But those in favor of leaving tell a different story.
People want to govern their own country, and also the EU's, it's great, but there's so many different cultures and diversities and so much history. You can't just put everybody in one category and then govern it with one set of rules. I think people just want to take back Great Britain.
Pardip Bram is among the voters who cast an absentee ballot in favor of leaving the EU.
In theory, it was a great idea to have a united Europe, you know, everybody coming off the same page. But there's so many things happening in Europe right now. I think Britain is best off being, a standalone country.
The decision has left the financial market in turmoil, with the value of the pound plummeting. There was also extreme volatility in global markets. Despite the uncertainty, local financial analyst Bruce Biddles says investors should not panic.
It'll add some uncertainty very near term, but I think it would be short-lived, and by that I mean just a few days maybe before the markets would stabilize.
And he believes U.S. could benefit.
It might also bring in a lot of foreign investors into the U.S. that see the uncertainty in Europe as being problematic, and they would rather direct their money to the U.S.
Converse, meanwhile, is among those who worry the vote spells serious trouble for her homeland.
I'm more concerned about how that impacts all of my family and friends at home. So shocked. I think it's the end of the UK as we know it.
Now, while the vote for Britain to leave the European Union is already having major impacts on the financial sector, many analysts say you should not panic and you should continue the course of your financial plan. Back to you.